So we're off again, this time to the Great Wall, which is going to be quite a big trip. We're travelling north from the centre. Just wanted to catch a little bit of that for posterity, although I don't want to record for a long time because I don't know how much I'm going to need I'm going to need what battery power I've got. I've cleaned the memory card last night and started to charge this for a few hours, but how long it'll last I don't know. And today's a long experience on the wall, so I don't want to kind of run out. So just for the time being, I'm just going to record up until when we get a good look at that clock building ahead, and then I'll probably stop unless something else interesting starts to appear. Then we'll wait until we're out of Beijing. But just this bit for posterity, I thought I'd do. Isn't it? The ornate architecture that they bring into just about everything. We've got Peggy Sue again today for our coach, which is nice. I liked her. I liked her spontaneous Chinese lesson yesterday, among other things. But she does have one fault. She gives the drinks out right at the beginning instead of keeping them cool for longer. Now they're in our hands warming up, or in our pockets, making us a bit more bulky. I have to put it in my pocket, otherwise it'll be ridiculously warm later when I want a cold drink. So it's gone in there with my hat, my 8-piece cap, rather than one of those Chairman Mao hats that I got yesterday. So that's the one thing which I would change about her if I had the ability to kind of like alter the controls, as it were. I'd say program this one to give the drinks and chocolate bars out later on and keep them cool for longer. Yesterday as well, they gave us a piece of paper about what we were going to do and when we were going to meet back again after we'd already met back. So that was the second thing that wasn't fantastic. Other than that, I thought she did a good job. At first, she gave us a bit more time to do things like go to the 4-star toilet, and then she kind of rushed us around at the end and got us through back to the coach just about on time. That's nice. Usually on adverts change all the time and a great big clock. Crane in motion. It's all go, that's for sure. No recession here. Anyway, let's save it all up. That's the clock building. So now I'm saving the rest for later.
And because he had a very famous official, this official is very famous and always give a lot of good suggestion to this king. So there were several famous story about this official. So the most popular one, most famous one, is a story about jade. You know, Chinese people, we like jade very much. We have this culture more than 5,000 years. So at that time, this person, we just call him Mr. He. Mr. He. Then he found a beautiful jade in the mountains area. But from outside, just looks like a common stone. Just the masters, they could know that there was beautiful jade inside. But the common people, they didn't know that. Then Mr. He just came to the palace, gave the beautiful jade for the king. But the first king, he was was very angry with that person because he just when he looked at the stone, he just thought that is a common stone. He didn't know what's that. Then he thought he was cheated by the person. Then just ordered push this person outside of the palace. Then beat him down. At last, just drove him away. Then several years later, this state was defeated by the other states. A new king ascended the throne. Then Mr. He came again. He asked the emperor. He said to the emperor, to the king, the same thing. But this king also didn't know what's that. But he was better than the first one. He thought he didn't know. Maybe the other officials knew this. Then he just ordered all of the officials have a look. So at last, everybody just decided, just a common stone. So this person was punished again, then drove away. And several years later, this kingdom also was defeated by the other one. A new king ascended the throne.
This was Steve Jobs this time.
And this person came again. He said the same thing. This king also didn't know what's that. Also ordered many officials check it, but also nobody knew what's that. At last, this king just ordered that Jade Smith to come here and order him to cut this stone into two halves. And he wanted to know what's inside. After a while, the Jade Smith came back. Then he said, this was the most beautiful jade he had ever seen in his whole life. Then this king was moved by this person. Then gave him a lot of money, a lot of gold. But this person didn't need any money. Then the king just asked him, "What do you want?" Then the person said,
Your daughter's
"I
hand in
just
marriage.
want to check, have a look. How about our leaders? How about our king? If you are good king, I can help you. If you're just a common people, I just come back home to be a farmer, a common person. But if you are smart, your wisdom, I will try my best to help you stop the warring state period, unify the whole country, bring the peace to the people." Because this person had a lot of talent in commanded the army, commanded the army, and control the whole country. So he always have a lot of good suggestions. Then this person became a high official and always gave a good suggestion to the king. And another famous story about
management
this
lesson in there
person
somewhere.
that is about a boat and a river. So